Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My background, just quickly, is from speech pathology. I worked with children with complex needs, communication issues. My bread and butter is ASD and fussy eating. But I went through it all as a speech pathologist. I could talk all day, having worked in different areas in speech pathology. And what I saw the problem being, as far as the superficial side of it, in making us speech pathologists look like we have magic wands to change our children's speech issues, when actually I started to see the link between mother and child. And I realized, oh wow, most of the time I can see, let's say a child has a tight jaw like this, the mum, she does a better job because she's talked for a longer time at going through that, but she also has tension in her jaw or has interesting tension in her face, similar to her child. And that's when I started to realize, oh, wow, this is all stress. And a beautiful training called Prompt, you may know if you've been down the speech pathology road, it re-looked at things that we were taught at university, and it realized that if you can't move your jaw freely, you've got next to no chance of moving your tongue freely, let alone your lips freely for efficient speech. Now, when we tune into what is this tension here, you only have to hold your jaw tight like this and you start to feel a little fucking angry. And anger, then I started to realize as I've worked on this longer and longer, is sadness built up. It's emotion. It's sitting there. It's physicalized. I have written a book, The Game of Life, How to Play the New Way, which explains everything that goes on from birth and how we hit with all sorts of experiences, and when we don't express those emotions because we've been conditioned over the years not to, our physical body does a very good job in snapping that up and physicalizing it. Then I go a step further to show that we're all interconnected energetically, much more than anyone's ever realized. And so us mothers, of course, are the most energetically connected with our children. They've literally been bathing in our inner universe with all our stresses and unexpressed emotions. And that's where they've clocked certain things, certain emotions, certain patterns, and how they even have come out, which can show up as, breastfeeding issues straight up. And then that is all divine timing and all a beautiful setup to explore our soul agreement. We haven't come here for the perfect experience. We've come through to experience certain things. And so what I'm talking about is with the children who are coming through with communication issues, speech, language, you name it. I can label all of the labels and whatnot. It is really sitting us all in that experience, let's say the child, what it feels like to be misunderstood, what it feels like to not be able to get my message across, which means there's a part of me that I can't express of myself when I can't express my true self, perfectly and be received by the other party for that. Let alone if it's understanding issues and whatnot, social communication, it all means there's a part of myself that has to be blocked. And that is a massive big thing, because our emotional body, again, which I mentioned in our book, is like an emotional black box. It's clocking emotions to every scene in our day since we were tiny, since we were born. And so these children, when they're quite young, they may not be able to verbalize, I'm feeling so frustrated right now, or I'm feeling horribly sad because I'm feeling your stress, mum, whatever, but their physical body is clocking it. And so hence I can read a child on what's going on for them by seeing where they've got that tension in their face. This is a quick live just to invite you to the webinar that I'm going to be holding at the end of this week, Friday, the 9th of February. It's at 11 a.m. AEST in Australia. No daylight savings here in Queensland, so it's just your standard time, 11 a.m. on Friday. To go through more of this, what's the deeper reasons, that our children are coming through? What is the role for us mums when we have a child that has, come through with these challenges? We are having an experience as a mother, as our child has an experience too, whether we want to sit with it or not, whether we really want to face it, we really want to feel it, we are. And so that's the invitation for us to look at things from the root upwards, rather than trying to make it about, let's take our child to a therapist and see if they can wave a magic wand to shift this. And I can talk all day about there's only so much a speech pathologist can do before they are taking your money and your time and your energy, coming back with speech issues that will unravel themselves, as your child, it will unravel. You don't see so many adults walking around with speech issues, but also sometimes we're doing too much too soon, and there's that right window of time, like it is for a child learning to read or walk or whatnot, when things will unravel. So I really want to help mums understand where they may be wasting their time, energy, money. I want to help mums understand what's going on for the child when they're taken into a therapy setting, and what that means for them and their self-esteem and what they're truly clocking, which has, bigger ramifications as well. And I also want you to know what you can do as far as hitting the low-hanging fruit, the things you really can do to shift and change things right now. And then understanding that your child is coming through as the whistleblower in the family. The children who are having the issue in the family, it could be that the speech issues. It might be I'm, wildly neurodivergent. It could be I'm going to be an extremely difficult child in certain ways. The child that's giving you the most grief is the whistleblower, because they're saying, please look at this. Don't put it all on me as this is all me to be fixed. Please look at this and realize, mum, what it's meaning for you as well. And once we start to realize, mums go, oh yeah, I didn't have an easy time when I was younger being understood. I know what it's like to not be seen, not be felt, not be heard, not be received, and for everything that I am. That's when it hits them to go, oh yeah, wow, there might be something here for me to look at. Now, once that happens and we start seeing this, and you're in that space to go, yes, I'm going to consciously look at this, then other things that want to be seen will come up. It's like pulling the weed, and then everything starts to come up in the family of what wants to be seen in divine timing. And it is a beautiful unraveling process to take your family from a certain trajectory to the new way. That's what I'm calling it, the new way, where you start to feel and hear each other, and things start to heal and go in a much better direction than they have in generations past. So do come along. The only thing you'll need to do to let me know is get in touch and send me your email address so I can send you the Zoom link for Friday. My email, just email me at heidihosking33@gmail.com. That's, as you can see, my name, HEIDIHOSKING 33@gmail.com. You can send me a message on Facebook or Instagram. I'm over there as well. Just get your email to me so you can receive the link to be watching it if you're called to this. If you know anyone else that I think they might be looking for this, they've either not keen to take their child to a speech pathologist, or they've been, or maybe still going, but yeah, it didn't really work, it's not really going great for them, well then please pass this message on as well. Love to you all, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.